All right, folks, this is the Real Life Real Estate Investing Show where we talk about real life real estate situations, but we bring you real life real estate solutions like the one we're dealing with right now. But today, our guest is none other than the man, the myth, the Atlanta hometown boy, the original himself, Mr. Duron Dimmock. Y'all in store for a show. I'm not gonna even hold it up anymore. Come on, man. Let's get this going. This is this has been one of those situations. Uh, it's long overdue, man. You know,
Gang.
we ain't had you in. We ain't had you in since the Rona. But I don't even think folks know what to expect, man. When I had you on the show, man, you are one of the all-time favorites on the show, bro.
Yeah, I do. I try to do my thing in life.
Hey, listen, but I want to let the folks know a little bit about you, man. For the one or two people that may see this that don't know who you are. Like I said, you're one of the very few homegrown Atlanta homeboys that I know.
Exactly.
And you have been doing your thing in the real estate space, man, for quite some time. I want to give you an opportunity to share your story of how you got started, because I think that's going to be paramount for the topic that we're going into today. Because your story has inspired me over and over again. We have kind of similar backgrounds, similar beginnings to getting into business. But one of your story, when I've heard it several times, and every time I get inspired because of the journey that you took to get to where you are now. And I think it's a journey like that many times people miss what the value of the lessons that you learn on the way to becoming who you'll eventually become, in anything, in the space of real estate, but in anything in life. And we'll get into, some of that other stuff. So without further ado, folks, my man, Mr. Duron Dimmock, 40 under 40, the top 40 under 40 in Atlanta.
It is what it is. Oh, that I didn't know.
That right there.
I forgot about it. I'm sorry. Oh,
share with folks a little bit about yourself, man, and then we'll get into talk about how you got started and all that.
Absolutely. So, Duron Dimmock, born and raised in the city of Atlanta, Zone 3, Zone 4. We always talk about the zones. So, you guys, that's old school Atlanta. Mom from Atlanta, dad from Decatur. So, East Atlanta, best of both worlds. One of the main Grady baby. Just put that out there, Grady baby.
Yeah. That shows the originality right there.
The originality.
Grady
not Northside Hospital. Grady, right. downtown Atlanta. You official, stamped, certified. Went through high school, came out of Redan, shout out to Redan High School, came out of Redan High School in '98. College wasn't really an option for me because I didn't really know how to get there. My dad was real big on being entrepreneur. He worked right outside of the home so he could make sure that he was there every day raising us. My dad, who's an Army veteran, he only has one leg. He lost his leg, and he raised my sister and I. We're about 3 years apart. He's had us since I was 5 and she was 2. So I was raised by my dad, very strong black man. On top of that, I came out of high school, kind of didn't really know what to do, but I jumped into real estate about 18 months after high school. So right at when I turned about 20 years old, and I did not know. Nobody wanted to give up the information. There was no training classes. There was no mentor. They had mentors and coaches, but they wanted $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, Carlton Sheiks. I couldn't necessarily afford that. But I read all the books.
There was no Google. There was no YouTube.
There was no YouTube. None of that. We had fax machines, baby.
Right.
We had fax machines. We had men out here cheating on their wives with fax machines.
Right.
Girl, get a fax machine. We can't do all this calling. I'm gonna fax you where I'm gonna be tonight.
Right. It was going down. I remember that.
It's going down. You just get a fax with pen and said, "Meet me at Mr. D's."
And look. And then you had to figure out the way to get there by going to it wasn't Google Maps then, it was MapQuest.
MapQuest. Even before that, you from Atlanta.
A map book.
Yeah, pull out that map book. Let me tell you something. I'm from Atlanta. We don't date outside of 285. Girl tell me she live in Gwinnett, the relationship ain't gonna work.
It's done.
Ain't gonna work. You live in Cobb County? I don't even know where that is. The big
right.
county? I don't know where that is. If you ain't on I-20, 285, 75, 85 inside the perimeter, we can't date. That's my whole. I'm not going outside of 285.
Right. That's where I
Girl
get
told me she
lost.
lived in
That's where I
Conley,
get lost.
Georgia. I don't know what it is, but you know, with that being said, I had to figure it out though, Glenn. I had to figure it out.
Yes,
So
indeed.
I went
Yes,
to work for a builder for free for 6 months, almost a year, and I caught the bus from Delk Road all the way to Cleveland Avenue to work for this builder, keeping the whole community clean for free. All they gave me, I asked them for a shirt.
Let's get some context to that. Now there are some folks that'll watch this, you know, that are from Atlanta. They'll understand what Delk Road to Cleveland Avenue is.
Oh, absolutely.
So let's give some context to that, because I don't think people really will get it if you just give them words, roads.
2.5 hours.
Right,
MARTA
right.
does not go to Cobb County. CCT, Cumberland Mall, catch the MARTA all the way to Cleveland Avenue, 2.5 hour bus ride. Not a
Yeah,
train. There's no train. It's straight
yeah,
bus riding. So you ride the bus out there. I walk up on the community. I'm cleaning the community, putting up silk fence, and I'm just watching and learning. And I'm watching guys build houses that they not necessarily give me the information. They just like, if you hear, you pick up on some things. And I
yeah.
was there so much that they started asking me to be there. Hey, can you be here when the concrete guy gets here? Can you be
Right.
here when the landscaping guy gets here? I learned a little bit of Spanish because all the guys that was kind of doing the framing, they was talking Spanish, and I was kind of hanging with them, and they had something to eat, and sometimes I didn't have something to eat. And I actually learned how they cook their meals in the ground, like using the heat from the ground to cook meals.
Man,
So I picked
man,
up a whole way to feed myself out there because I didn't have money.
man.
Leaving from that, I got on with the construction crew. The construction crew was paying me $7 an hour. Okay. $7 an hour, making maybe $230 a week. I got fired from that job. They fired me. I was too smart. They was like, "You too smart. You might end up running the company, so we need to fire you." They
Wow,
fired me.
wow.
Just to back it up a bit, to give y'all a reality check. When I was working for free, I was trying to feed my son, who's about to turn 19. I was trying to feed him, and I couldn't feed him, Glenn. And I used to go to Kroger and try to finesse my way out of Infamil, out of getting that milk. I would go in there and tell them, "Hey, you know, I came in here last night. I left a can of milk. I was wondering if I can get that can. I'm pretty sure y'all seen it." And I was trying to finesse my way to feed him every night. I could
Wow,
not feed my son. I
wow.
could not feed him. Like that was the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah,
And many nights laying in the apartment that cost me $500 a month studio, trying to soothe him from crying because I had no way of feeding him. And I went out and got a job. I went out to try to work at Express Oil Chain. I did whatever I could or whatever I had to do. I never stopped learning real estate though. Never stopped
wow.
learning real estate. So with that, that's kind of the backdrop. I don't know if you want me to go further into like the good part now.
Well, I think here's the thing. You know, for a contextual way of looking at it, I think it's important because the topic that we're gonna get in today is why it's important to have coach and mentors, right? And I don't want people to miss. Now we've been on, we've caught, you know, we talked a couple times, but I don't want people to miss that part of the story, because people, when they hear real estate investing, they hear the nice cars, they hear the nice houses, which you went through that. But I want people to get where the start is, right? I want people to get where the start is. And
Yes.
your story is so powerful, man, because a lot of people, they figure if I learn one thing, I can make all this money. But you said just being on site, you even learn how to feed yourself. And I
Yes.
think what gets lost in a lot of what people learn, not what we teach, because we teach the real stuff.
Right.
But when people hear about these things, they don't realize like that's a real part of the transition, you
Yes.
know, of what we have to
Yes.
go through to get to the point. Now let's talk about what you were able to accomplish as a result of going through that process.
Cool. Great lead in. So the mentor, which I mean him are still good friends to this day. He was one of the builders. He put me in his car one day, right? And he drove me around, brand new Mercedes. It hadn't even came out yet. Like it was like 1 year, the year when it comes out, at the end of the year when it comes out. So
Wow.
he's driving me around. He's like, I'm doing some bird dogging for him. And he's telling me to find me lots to build on, and I'll pay 40,000 for lots. You try to negotiate down to 32, 35 or whatever, and I'll give you the difference.
Wow.
So I'm finding these lots, on Christmas Eve, I go get a check for him for $2,500. He takes the check and kind of throws it at me like, is that all you worth?
Wow.
And I'm like, no, I'm worth more than that. He said, cool, I got to get my wife some medicine. Come ride with me. I get in the car and ride with him. He takes me to the bank. He pulls out and shows me. He said, I never do this. He shows me in his personal checking account, he had almost right at about 200,000 in his personal checking account.
Wow.
In his savings, he had 162,000 and like 600 and some dollars. This was in his personal account with his name on, not his business, his personal account.
Right.
And he said, man, I'm not going to give you anything but information and knowledge. And he said, if you don't do anything with the information in 1 year, I'm not effing with you.
Right.
He said, I'm not effing with you, and I'm dead serious. I'm not. This is after I done 6 months work for him. This is after all that.
Right.
He's like, you done showed me you got the potential. Now I'm about to I'm not giving you any money. I'm not helping you. If your son's sick, don't call me. None of that stuff. I don't care about your personal at all. Damn your personal.
Right. Man.
From there, everything he told me to do. He told me to read this book, I read it. He told me to lose weight, I lost weight. He told me to eat like this, I did. He told me to pick whatever he told me to do. People were calling me do boy. People were saying you do whatever he say. People was calling me all of that stuff. Yeah. I sat up under him and did everything, Glenn, he told me to do, no question. Right. No question.
Right.
25 years old, $600,000 house, S550 Range Rover Avalanche at 25.
Right. Right.
$1.2 million in 18 months. I went from not being able to feed my son to a gross profit of 1.2 million. And if anybody want to ever come see the bank statements, or you want to go to Cobb County and see my divorce decree, you can read. I'm sorry, I got receipts, baby.
So you got receipts.
I'm certified. Go ask Judge Schuster. Go ask Judge Schuster. I got receipts. So I'm not one of these guys out here telling people that I'm a millionaire or I've made $1 million. I'm not. I had $1 million in assets, but I also made $1 million. 1 point.
Oh yeah.
Like
oh
yeah.
yeah.
If my you can ask the ex-wife. She brought all the paperwork to court.
Right.
She brought all the paperwork to court. So they had me on I took home the base salary of an NBA player. That's what the judge based it on. The base salary of an NBA player. So again, leading into that, my most important, what my mentor did for me was open my mind up. Even to this day, I'm about to be 40 years old. Even to this day, my mind is open enough so that I can look at a car for $100,000 and say, yeah, I can buy that cash, or I can go buy a building for $400,000. So what people do miss with the mentorship, they want you to teach them the real estate side of it, right?
Yeah.
Wholesale, whatever it may be. Yeah. But what they're missing, the most important part, Glenn, is the mindset of opening up your mind to the fact that you can have this take real estate out of it. Yeah. Take that out of it. You paid me $10,000 to teach you real estate. Take that out of it. What I was able to look, I was able to learn how to get the money. But then, Glenn, what about when I got the money?
Right.
423 Taser Street, 30314. I made $48,000 on that one deal when I was 26 years old. 48,000.
What people miss and what you're saying, and I want to make sure I emphasize this, man, because you're making some great points. If we have to equate some of this, and I guess I can break it down a little bit elementary so people can get it. You look at the amount of people who win the lottery, and because they weren't mentally prepared,
right there, yes,
they lose it right away, right? So the process that you went through was preparing you to be able to manage the type of money that was coming your way. When you said 25 years old, millions of dollars and multiple cars, you were able to maintain that and manage that because of the mindset you had.
That was the most important part.
Yeah.
Because he told me, my mentor and his partners told me I was making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month. A couple months I made $100,000. They were making $350,000 a month. Wow. I watched them write checks for taxes for that's another thing. He sat me down and wrote a check for his taxes for $384,000, a personal check. Wow. So he taught me that. Now, when I got this money, Glenn, he told me, he said, look, go blow some of it, go spend some of it. He said,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna be right here to do this and reel you back in.
Exactly.
Because you are way too young to even know what to do, how to do with this type of money.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I owe him he's probably one of the only people, even my wife can't say anything about. She say something about me, we might have a problem. Because
real stuff.
What he opened my mind up to is what I'm still living today. Hey, do you want, this house costs this. We can raise the capital to do this. He opened my mind up to travel, to look at real estate in other places. He opened the mind up. So again, when people sign up for my coaching, your coaching, whoever's coaching, don't just go to Glenn and say, hey, Glenn, teach me real estate. Glenn, teach me everything. Talk to me about your relationship. Talk to me about your wife. Talk to me about how you deal with your kids. Because my wife and I have realized that we don't have any more money problems. We have problems that money can't fix.
Man.
Money can't buy my son a damn A in class. I need him to pass. Or can it?
Man, real stuff though, bro. Real stuff.
Money can't make him not drive slower.
Right.
I can't. It just can't. So don't just sign up for, if somebody's charging for coaching or mentorship, and it leads me into this too, Glenn. Why are we signing up with guys who were in high school 10 years ago? Why are we signing up with mentors and coaches who was in high school 10 years ago?
I don't know, man. That sounds like some shade right there. But
no, I'm shading. Tell them come see me. I want all the smoke. All the smoke. All the smoke. If you want to partner with them, if you want to shadow them on what they're doing, cool. But if you got mentorship and coaching, that's something that's strong.
Yeah.
That's strong. Yeah. And that's outside of me just teaching you how to do some Instagram stuff.
Whoa.
But high school 10 years ago was 2010, Glenn.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah. The crash was 7 through 11.
That's what I wanted. That's what I want to make sure we speak on, because I think what people look at it, and I said shade, but it's I'm joking a little bit, but I'm kind of serious.
Yes.
Because if you were in high school 10 years ago and you got in the market and you made a lot of money, you're doing great. Okay, we give you that. Because listen, when I didn't have a mentor during the time and I was coming up, in Atlanta. I was making a lot of money, but I was making a lot of mistakes, right?
Exactly.
So in those mistakes, they were costly, but they were educational. Oh. And the reason I equate the two, based on what you're talking about, going back to where, if you were in high school 10 years ago, it's you can show somebody how to get in, but if you ain't made no mistakes, and because I was on the up, when I was making that money, it was the Wild Wild West, and anybody that could breathe could get a loan for a house. So I made a lot of money in effect by default, right? And that's kind of what I believe a lot of the people who are experiencing the wins that they're experiencing, I give them credit for it, but they're experiencing the wins by default because of how the market has come. But if you haven't experienced those that the loss or the having to come
have
back.
You ever been caught under a lawsuit?
Man.
To avoid a lawsuit. Have you ever had people threaten you like you've never been through? How are you gonna teach or tell somebody about something you haven't done or been through? And a lot of guys are falling off as soon as they hear that.
Yeah.
Most of these guys is coaching a mentor don't even have a retainer paid to an attorney already.
Man,
they don't even have that. You ain't got a retainer pay. Like, Glenn, I would put him on. I put him on blast real quick. I say, man, what's your lawyer? Who your lawyer, man? What's his retainer that you pay him either monthly or quarterly? You ain't got a quarterly retainer?
Yeah.
Because it ain't about if you get sued. It's about when you get sued. There's no major company in America that makes millions of dollars that hasn't been threatened or sued. There's no company. Yeah.
We got a comment. And I'm glad he made this, because it's something that we can definitely get into. Brother Chris Jackson, shout out to Chris Jackson that's watching. He says, well, here's the thing about a lot of older cats. He says they don't know much about technology, which is one of the key components to today's market in real estate investing. You can't knock all the youngsters, but I get your point. I'm gonna let you touch on that.
Chris Jackson?
Chris Jackson, yeah.
Chris, you're absolutely right. And here's the problem. old or young, you have to move with the time. So even if you're older and they're not using the technology, then they're young. They're young. They're young. The technology, you have to evolve with technology. If you're not on Instagram, then you need to be on. I don't care if you're 50, 60, 70 years old. You have to move with the technology. We had fax machines. We had pagers. You had to have all that stuff to be in real estate. This is the same thing. So it's not knocking the young guys. It's not knocking the young guys. They have the technology. It's the technology age. But what I do have to tell you is that the young guys, you can't go through anything. You're not old enough. You haven't been through anything. You don't know. Let me tell you something about the young guys, Chris. You've never fought with your wife and had 100,000 in the bank. Fighting is totally different when you got 100,000 in the bank. When I can book a ticket and be in Barbados by tomorrow. That's a different fight. See, y'all fighting right now. Young guys, y'all fight. Y'all leave and go away for the weekend. Y'all go to the club. We don't go to the club or buy hot cars. We got friends who own dealerships and own clubs. So we're not doing that. So you ain't been through enough yet. And it's no shade. It's just that it takes time.
Well, here's what I say to that, because technology is a key component of what we're doing. You know what I mean? And it always has been. Like you said, our technology was fax machines and pagers, right? So, and you definitely got to move with the times. But what I say to the technology, in many cases, you have to use it for what it's worth. But behind the technology is the experience. Right now, you could text and Facebook post, and and some of it's real, some of it's not so real. So you can text and do all those things and make your little videos, but behind that is experience, right? Behind that has to be some real stuff. Behind that you can't put a Facebook post up just because you got a couple Facebook posts up. That ain't gonna tell you what's gonna happen when the title is clouded.
Exactly.
You see what I mean? That ain't gonna happen when you gotta go through the process of getting these liens removed from this title in order for you to close on it. So behind that, I appreciate the technology because it helps. I don't use it as much as I should. I probably should be doing some more Facebook posts and getting my shine on, but that ain't what I'm about. I'm about leaving a legacy, right?
Thanks.
So I don't care what y'all think I got. I know what I got. You know what I mean? So I'm about leaving a legacy. So, but I say all that to say, great points about technology, because technology can help us do a lot of what we do much easier, and we can do it quicker and faster. But behind that has to be backed experience and real knowledge. And like Duron said, the receipts.
The receipts. Y'all, these cats ain't got no receipts, man. Y'all out here following people. Here it is, Glenn. This is why me and you gonna always be original, and we always be true. Here it is. We come from a time when you had to have receipts. Women check your receipts. The banks check you had to have receipts. The young guys don't have to have receipts. They can literally put a suit on, go on to Instagram, post everything that you and I are doing, say that they're doing it, and call it I'm a millionaire. I got a million. I'm a millionaire at 26 years old.
Here what I say receipts is. Receipts ain't when you can post the $2,500 check and you got a couple of HUDs. Receipts is when you can call somebody up and say, I need 100,000 and to send the account tomorrow.
Not one of them can do it. Not one of them can do it. Not one of them can do it. They can't do it.
Reputation. Yeah. That's relationships.
They can't even give you the name of the person they would call. Who would you call? Tell me right now, who would you call? They can't do it. And it's because, again, it's no shade, but I'm gonna put it out there because I got guys like Kenny Rushing, I got guys like you and I, Cole, I got guys like John Stafford, Execute, shout out to John. We got people that don't really put in work.
Yeah.
And if you wanna, they got like a playbook. They use the social media and Instagram, but let me tell you something about that social media and Instagram. Bill Gates is one of the probably wealthiest people in the world, right? Bill Gates has 6 million followers. Cardi B, Jay-Z, there's tons of people that got more followers than Bill Gates. But not one of them got more money than Bill Gates. So you want the followers or you want the money? What you want? You want followers or you want money? Because it sounds like to me, Bill Gates got the experience to get the money, but you out here chasing followers.
Hey, let me make sure I emphasize to the folks. I love it when you come on this show, boy.
I'm not playing with y'all today, man. I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all know what it is. You see me in the streets, I want all the smoke. I want all of it.
I love it when you come on this show, boy. Listen, hey, you listen. I talked to somebody else about being a co-host, but I think you might be moving to the top of the line now.
Well, then I want all the smoke. And you got to think about quantify that. People that make the most money in this world have the least amount of followers.
Real stuff.
The least amount of followers.
Real stuff.
And the youth is trying to get these followers because they're going after this false way of life. They're not getting the information. They're trying to get a quick hit.
Yeah.
That's why they call it a like. I like. Yeah. I like that. No, the money is I love.
I love it, and here's the thing, man. I want to make sure, we kind of bring it full circle for the people that are watching, right? Because we have people that watch from different areas of the country and have different mindsets. So I want to make sure people can relate to the things that we're sharing, right?
Yeah.
And again, I want to make sure we emphasize, Chris Jackson. Shout out to Chris Jackson.
Shout out to Chris Jackson. Chris, thank you, Chris.
Definitely. Thank you for your input. And that's what we're here for. We're here to, I want to hear your input. I want to hear some of your thoughts about what we do, and kind of how we can help anybody that's watching the show, right? But I want to make it kind of relate a little bit. When we're talking about experience and we're talking about social media and these things, they both can be combined to be used together to make anyone successful. And what I always say to people nowadays is that if you have access to the internet, you got a smartphone in your hand, there's no way you should not have some type of income coming in. It may not be every day, it may not be every month, it may not be every week, whatever the case may be, but you should have some type of stream of income. I mean, there's so many affiliate opportunities. Somebody told me once upon a time, if you know where all your money is coming from, you're not making enough money, right? So there are so many people that are doing real estate, and there are so many people that are co-wholesaling. We'll call it that. We won't call it daisy chaining. There were some people that are co-wholesaling that you could just jump on somebody's tail and make money, right? But the problem that comes with that is that there's no real education in that. And what we look for, what we're looking to offer you, what Mr. Ryan is going to talk about today is the importance of mentorship and coaching. And if you're just taking the easy way out, and I'm not speaking to anyone just specifically, but anyone that might watch this and of a different mindset, if you're taking the easy way out, it's only going to be so long before you can do that. Because when we're going through a change now, right? We've experienced some changes, and as a result, many people that were riding the wave, we'll call it the wave in wholesaling, are now no longer in the business.
Right. There's a lot. There's a lot of to me. There's a lot of, and a lot of them. Be honest, man. A lot of them were young guys. They were young guys.
Yeah.
They were younger guys because they thought they could jump in and do something real quick. Everything with you guys is a moment. It's like everything is fast in the moment. There's no longevity. So I love it. I mean, my son is like, I got 4 boys. I see it all. I see it up close and personal every day. I got a 19-year-old, an 18-year-old, 15-year-old, and a 7-year-old. Men, boys. So I see how they operate and how they move and what they're trying to do. Everything is quick. But I taught my son longevity. My oldest is actually selling cars right now. He just sold 4 cars in like 3 months. Wow. And he's sitting on, now he just bought himself a 09 5 Series BMW.
Wow.
And a motorcycle. If y'all ain't seen my Facebook, and he bought a motor. So my 18-year-old sitting on, he doing well for himself.
Great stuff.
Nothing out of my pocket. So with that being said, jumping back into something you just said that I was about to jump into, like the mentorship. When people go out to wholesaling, right? The problem with a lot of guys who are wholesaling is that they have no backup. They have no purpose with it. Their purpose is just to make money, just to make cash.
Yeah.
The reason the city of Atlanta awarded me is because I do wholesaling. I took the wholesaling and gave it a platform and a purpose: affordable housing. I went to the city and talked to the city about, hey, we're doing affordable housing. What's the tax credits? Because we want to be in on all transactions. I want to wholesale it, and I want to be able to give it to my wife, shout out to Real Estate Resource Group, as a broker, and be able to give people an opportunity to buy these houses. If you guys notice, I haven't sent out any houses, because as soon as I get a house, I already got a buyer. Right. And then as soon as we put it on the market, it's sold.
Are you with me? I think you might have. Are you still there? Uh-oh. I think you might have froze, Ryan. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. Well, we gonna bring him back in. I know he probably froze a little bit. Shout out to Chris. Chris says, I always say if you gotta have 50K in the bank if you're entertaining 50K followers. If not, it don't make sense. 100%. 100%. This whole companies out here that only JV that only JV blew my mind how what happens when it's not possible no more. Yes, it's actually people that setting up companies just to JV, right? And that's cool. That's cool. You know what I mean? They making money. You know they're making money. But the thing that I asked with situations like that.
Like I was saying, the art of wholesaling is merely a transaction and a tool you use to go between the transaction, right? But you
Yes,
need to give the transaction a purpose. You need to give the transaction a purpose. Why are you moving in this manner? It's no different than McDonald's giving you a hamburger. It's to feed you, right? So
definitely.
by giving your business or by giving your wholesale model a purpose, you have something to wake up every day. Like I am providing affordable housing for the city of Atlanta. I'm
Mm,
providing affordable housing for the city of Atlanta. I'm getting homes, we're renovating them and putting them back on the market under $250,000 so that people can still live in the city.
right.
Affordable housing. So the city of
Right.
Atlanta tracked that for about 18 months because when they emailed me, I didn't think it was real and said, "Hey, we would like for you to to give you an award, you're an awardee for the top 40 under 40." I had
Wow.
to have my wife check it out, but it was because you gave a purpose to it, and the city was like, "We can get behind you and someone who brings purpose and is just not out here just wholesaling properties, just to wholesale properties."
Right. Right.
The,
Right.
the,
Right.
the thing is, Glenn, I didn't do anything special besides give it purpose. The same thing everybody else does, I did it, but I gave it purpose and I was recognized for it.
Well, that's
That's
special
what I
though. That's
yeah,
special.
yeah.
Because and I want you. You listen. I want to make sure people get that. That is special because, like you said, it's people just doing it just to be doing it. But when you have a purpose behind it, then that makes it special. So listen, take your credit, man. I give you
No,
flowers.
I'll take no, I'll take credit. No, I'll take credit. I'm the shit. I'm the shit. No, I'm the shit. Wait a minute. Oh, ain't no
Take your
kids
credit,
watching this. Any kids watching? Don't do
huh?
this at home.
Right,
Don't do
right.
this at home. But that's exactly what it is, though. It's giving it purpose. So think about it. My entire career in real estate has been because of mentorship, and that mentorship turning into business partners. That's
Yes.
that's my
Yes.
whole 20 years of real estate. Because when the market went bad, who did I go back to? I went back to the same people that mentored me and guided me, and we ended up starting a whole new company back in '08 and '09. And from
Mm,
that company in '08 '09, from my mentorship, I was able to start the company I have now. I'm repeating what I learned in '08 and '09, and I just brought that business back to farm. But my mentor and my coach, that's who put me on.
right, right, right,
That's who
right,
taught
right,
me.
right.
I got 20 years of real estate money and experience. All my units, the units my dad and I own, the units my wife and I own, like I got all that from mentorship and coaching.
Real stuff. Real stuff.
All that 20 years, and now I can't turn around. I can't go back.
So let me ask you a question. Now, we're talking about mentorship and coaching. What is a reasonable? We'll talk about it. What's a reasonable amount for someone to pay for mentoring and coaching? What's a reasonable amount?
I think I bet we base ours off of the market. We base it off of the market, not necessarily a feeling of what we think other people should pay or do pay.
Mm-hmm.
We base it off of a trade. We know that trade school, trades like cosmetology, trades like mechanical engine, mechanics, those go anywhere from about $5,000 to $20,000.
Got it.
Okay,
Okay.
trade school, everything. That's your everything. So I thought of real estate as a trade. 90 days, you go to cosmetology school. I think cosmetology school is like 90 days or 6 months or something like that. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
ten to $12,000.
Right.
I felt like cosmetology was the closest thing because it's one of those things that day one you can learn and execute day one.
Absolutely.
Day one.
Absolutely.
Go to cosmetology school, teach you how to fade, hair. You can go out that same day and start fading hair.
Right.
As long as you get
Right.
it in class that day. As long as you get it in class.
Right.
So with real estate, as soon as somebody signs up with us for $5,000 or $10,000, we are able to bring value to them that same day. That same day we can bring value to them that same day.
Man, bruh, listen, you hitting a lot of points, man. I just did a video. I just did a video talking about cost versus value. And I mean, all those points that you hit, man, were 110%. I mean, I give 1,000 because what I want people to get out of what you're saying is many people get caught up in the cost and they limit themselves from the possibilities of what they could accomplish with the value that you give with them, you share with them because of that, what they look at as cost as opposed to investment. You talked about cosmetology school, and what you said that was very equatable to real estate is that day one, you get value. Now you might not close a deal on day one, but day one, you get value. And from a perspective that we're talking about earlier, we're teaching mindset. If we're changing your mindset, and I'm gonna say this, many people might not agree with it, but if you're changing your mindset from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset, that's worth the $5,000 to $10,000 alone, because
By itself.
that's lifetime. You see what I mean? That's lifetime, and people miss that though.
I had a young lady, Miss Kane. She just flew here from Texas. Glenn, let me tell you something. Single mom, just had a baby. She paid us. She paid the 10,000 to. She wired the money before even the contract was even sent, and she booked the plane ticket and came and met me this week. I've been with her for 2 days now.
Wow.
She is so rich. We sat down at Thrive yesterday, and that's in Atlanta. If y'all don't know Thrive, great chicken sandwich. We sat down there and we talked for about 2 hours and put together a plan. And come to find out, her uncle is Mezzo, the soccer player. Mesa, I think. Mesa or Mesa.
I
You
think
got to
it's
Google.
Now
Yeah.
I only know it from seeing the jersey. I don't know who it is, but I seen the jersey that has Mesa on it.
I had no idea, and she was like, he told me, "You go learn it. You put it together. I'll fund whatever transaction you want to do.
Wow.
You're my favorite and only niece, and
Wow.
I'll take care." She's military, so shout out to her. But on another scale, I got 3 boys that signed up that are all friends. They 23, 22, like 24 years old. They said, we've been watching your Instagram for like almost 2 years now. And now that we got the money, they signed up, they cash out the money, and they 22 and 23 years old.
Wow.
Glenn, they've been with me for 2 weeks, Glenn. They got a house, they got 2 deals that they're putting up under contract. 2 deals. They're gonna probably make 10 on one deal, and the other deal we gotta go take a look at on the 12th, next Monday. They
Wow.
are blown out the water with value. They are blown out the water. This is the best money they said they've ever. They was like, man, we didn't even have. It's the best. Then you
Man.
got those people that say, I don't know, that's a lot. Cool, I appreciate you saying that's a lot, because if it's a lot for you, it's gonna be a lot for me. So,
Right.
so keep that money, keep that, boo boo, keep it, boo boo. Okay, girl, go get you some lipo or something, girl. Okay, girl.
Oh, you crazy.
For all the fellas, go get you some rims or something. Go get you some rims or something, cause you ain't ready to move in that. And again, Glenn, the ones that question the value of it, those are ones that we have to work the hardest for to convince. And I'm not in
Oh
the business
man.
of convincing people
Oh man. Oh man.
anymore. Especially when you got a track record of a 22-year-old who's now on his 7th flip. I mean, he's
Wow.
25 now. 20.
Wow.
Daisy, shout out to Daisy. He came when I met Daisy. He just graduated from Georgia Tech, white T-shirt. Now he riding around here in a drop top BMW with a trench coat on that I want.
Wow. Wow.
Or when you got a school teacher from Jonesboro who does special needs teaching, she signed up. Took her about 4 months. She closed the deal. Made $48,000, and on that deal was Gigi, the house goddess.
Yeah.
The house goddess. Shout out to her. I didn't even know she closed her first deal with me. I made 48,000. The teacher made 48,000 on the deal. I made about 6, but that was Gia, the house goddess, first deal.
Wow.
Gia told me that years ago. Look how much. Look at the fold on that, Glenn.
Yes.
If she hadn't signed up and paid me to mentor and coach her, she would have made 48,000. Gia would have never closed her first deal. Look at that, man. I'm not playing with him, Glenn.
That's listen. Look at the reach, and I want people to get that, man. The reach, like, not only were you able to foster the possibility of changing one person's life, but as a result, and now shout out to Gia the Goddess. People may not know who that is. Let's give her a little credit. She's doing some major things. We got to have her come on the show, and she's doing some major things. And look at that, for you to be in position to be able to help somebody that helps somebody else, that's changing lives as well, man. The value in that, come on, man.
Come on. Look at that transaction. This is a woman. She gets paid $34,000 a year to teach special needs. She made $48,000 on one house. 12. It's on Wiley Street. I'm gonna say the address. I was about to say the address, but it's on Wiley Street in 30316.
Real stuff, man. Real stuff.
And Gia came to me years later and said, "Ron, you know that was my first deal." I was like, "No, I did not know that." And now Gia got stuff going on in Africa. She got houses she renovates. She's mentoring and coaching. Like,
wow.
Come on, stop. So if you don't have the money, don't have the money. That's cool. Don't have it.
Yeah.
But if you got it, if you like me, I got 15,000 and mentorship is 10,000 for me to make 100,000. Where do I pay the 10,000?
All day long. All day long.
Runs away with it. Ooh, I'm gonna get more money. But let me tell you something. Nobody runs away with me with the money, because I'm gonna get my value. I don't want the money back. I want the value. I want the value. I gave you 10,000, Glenn. I want you. I want to know where you sleep at. I want to know how you get up. Do you like what kind of coffee you like? I want to know it all, Glenn. I want to absorb not just real estate from you, but I want to know. I want to sit down and talk to you about things that you went through that made you drive harder into real estate.
Real stuff.
That's me.
I want to give a couple shout outs, man. We got, listen, because you dropping some major knowledge here. I don't think, folks, man, we got to do this again real quick. I always say that, man, but we need to get this going. Ain't enough time for us to get all the stuff that we need to share in one show, man. So we definitely have to do it again. We got Sammy that says the purpose comment hit me. Shout out to Super Sammy. John Stafford, of course, says execute. He says changing someone's mindset is priceless. There's no limit. Man, real stuff. He said everybody eats.
Got this right. I'm gonna give another story. My son that just graduated from high school, Champ was playing ball. Champ was a superstar in football and basketball, right? This is mentoring and coaching in your own home without you even knowing it. You don't even know this. My wife and I both do real estate. Champ stops playing ball in about 11th grade. We like, what? You need a scholarship? Come on, man. They offer scholarship for this. What's happening? Come on. Hey, you pissing us off. You making us mad.
Right.
Calling us saying, please let him play for me. So he graduates high school this year, just in May, and he immediately goes into entrepreneurship. He's buying and selling cars. He just sold about 3 or 4 cars. He has more than enough money for him to do whatever he needs to do. And now he has a whole dealership, which he's I think he's still in the middle of naming it. But he has a whole dealer license. Like, he's gonna be a licensed dealer here. And we had no idea that he had been watching us in the house. And he was like, y'all don't shoot no balls. Y'all don't throw no footballs.
Right. Y'all don't work that hard.
Y'all don't work that hard. Like, I don't want to be at that sun. Y'all ain't in the sun every day.
Right.
He has become this entrepreneur now, and now he's on the verge of buying his first house when he turns 19 in January.
Wow.
And if people don't understand mentoring and coaching, then you don't even understand raising your kids, because that's what you're doing with your kids every day. You don't even understand kids. You shouldn't even have kids if you don't understand the value in mentoring and coaching. Because how many of us would say 10,000 to raise my kid? You're gonna raise my kid to be perfect. 10,000? I got it on right now.
Got it. Right.
I got it on me
Right.
right now. You gonna raise my 18-year-old for 18 years for 10,000? He gonna come out to be this person. Got it. How much? Where I send the money?
Real stuff. When you see the value in something, you'll find the money for it. That's
Absolutely.
what my coach taught me. If you see the value in something, you'll find the money for it. You'll figure it out.
Brand new Mercedes Benz, Glenn, $130,000. If I tell you can have it for 20,000, I just need cash today. How many people gonna come up with that 20,000 today?
Man, bro, look, hey, and look, that's between 2 or 3 hours. You know what I mean?
2 or 3 hours. Give me
Folks will figure it
20,000
out.
today, but it's brand new Benz and it's yours. People
Yeah.
will come up with that money. They will borrow it. They gonna do whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you won't come up with $5,000 or $10,000 to teach yourself how to make $100,000 to buy that Benz cash.
To teach yourself how to create multiple streams of income from properties that you eventually will get yourself in, to not only finance the Benz, but the houses and everything else that you're looking to get for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life. For the rest. Come on. Some of y'all out here, some of the young guys, this is another thing. Some of the younger guys who are trying to do this, you guys need to get up under mentorship. Ain't nothing wrong with teaching and training real estate and what you're doing, but you need to get up under mentorship. You guys got this whole young guy versus old guy thing, when what you don't understand, it's really not young versus old. It's experience versus how can I be better.
Hey man, listen, I still say I got some of the best mentors in the game today. I got a Duron Dimmock. I got a John Stafford. I got a Ramon Tooks. And these are things that folks miss. Like we may not talk every day, but I'm watching you. I'm paying attention and I'm learning. And I'm not ashamed to say, even after 22 years, man, listen, if you don't understand that this is a lifelong learning business, anything that you do that you be paying attention, you're doing right, is lifelong learning. So
absolutely.
That's the thing that a lot of folks think. Just because you invest in we'll say invest in a 6-week program, that 6-week program, the most of the education starts after that 6 weeks is over.
Now that's real. Now that's real. Now that's real.
You learn it, but you get real education after that.
Yeah. Well, Walter, my guy Walt signed up with me. He closed the deal. This man just bought a house for his mom, and he's renovating it for them to move into.
Yeah.
He's 25 years old, man. How many of y'all can't even afford to pay your mama's bills? Well, let's buy a house and renovate it for her to move into.
Wow.
At 25.
Wow.
He's 25. He signed up for class and training, got the training, shadowed me on renovating a property, learned how to renovate a property, closed the deal, all in 8 months, and now he got a property that he bought for 110. He's gonna put 20 into it, and he's gonna move his mom and his family, his mom and sisters and brothers into it to get him a better living, a better life. And y'all out here complaining. I love it. Keep complaining, baby. I love you.
I wish I knew who I was at 25 years old, bro. I didn't even know who I was at 25.
At 25, I was learning real estate. I was doing real estate, but it wasn't what he's doing. You got people 35, 40 years old on this broadcast right now listening.
Yeah.
And your mama need money right now. Your dad needs money right now. You want to help them, and they can't even call you to help them. That's wrong as hell. That is so wrong.
Whoa.
Y'all don't even. That's so wrong that your mom needs a car right now, and you can't drop $2,500 on getting her car right now, or $3,000 to get her a car right now. Wow. That's so wrong. But you never invested in anything to even show you how to get money so that you can help her do that. That's so wrong. You're wrong.
You said they never invested in anything. That's the key. That's the beginning. That's the beginning. Most people think it's just stuff just shows up. Because folks invest that 8 hours, 9 hours, whatever it is that it takes for them to work to get that check on a regular basis at the job. They invest that time. People don't look at that as an investment, right? It's either a cost or as an investment. If you're going to work, and I'm gonna say this, not taking anything away from people who have jobs, but if you have a certain lifestyle that you're looking to live, and your current situation isn't affording you that lifestyle that you're looking to get to, the job that you're working is costing you the time that it would take for you to get to that point.
Facts.
But if you're doing something that you invested in, even if it takes you 20 years, you invested that time, and it's time well spent that will get you to ultimately the goal that you're looking for, that will change your life for the rest of your life. Listen, I'm a pass the collection plate right now.
Jesus. Everybody on the call say, Glenn just said something. Sign up with Glenn right now.
Right.
Good Glenn just said.
Hey, listen, bro. But because what we saying is some real stuff, man. And I appreciate you, Ron. Like I said, man, I love it when you come on this show, boy. Because listen, not only do we have fun, man, but we really get to dig real deep into some serious stuff that unfortunately a lot of people miss, man. We get to have fun, and I think in the having fun allows us to really get to the bottom of what we're really looking to get at. So it's great stuff, man.
I want them to keep missing it because somebody got to change oil and somebody got to do some of the things that done.
Man, bruh. Somebody got to come detail these cars.
If that's for you, that's cool. I need that.
Yeah,
I need that.
Yeah.
My car, I can't afford for everybody to have money because then it would be fair. I don't want it to be fair. I don't want it to be fair. I don't want it to be fair. No, not at all. And y'all keep it unfair because y'all don't invest. If you don't invest, you keep it unfair. And you complain about that. I don't care who's in the office. I don't care about the president, who will become the next president, unless it's gonna be Obama again.
Bruh, listen, I don't lose no sleep over that stuff, man. Folk like, oh, this going on, that going on. And I look at it like this. Yeah, okay, now it does make some of that does affect our bottom line. However, if you're doing I love it.
Okay, I'm glad you want to put right there. Shout out to my wife.
That's the president and the first lady right there.
It is. Just want to shout out. That's the thing about it. Most of y'all ain't got enough money to even applaud your wife because your wife ain't happy. So I applaud mine.
Hey, that's where it matters most, man. Listen, if you ain't the president and the first lady of your own house, it don't matter who in the White House.
You don't even know the guy you are or will become when you have $100,000. She don't even know $100,000 you. She ain't never met you. She met you were broke.
Right.
So she don't even know $100,000 you. Man, introduce your wife to $100,000 you. Millionaire you.
Introduce to millionaire you.
Millionaire you.
Get it. I want people to get it. First, you got to get a millionaire mindset. Don't try to get $1 million without having a millionaire mindset.
That's all.
You'll be broke again.
But at all. And that's it. And not to mention, does she compliment? Is she gonna be? Because that's a whole nother situation. How do you grow a business with somebody who has a job mentality? You got an entrepreneur mentality, and she has a job mentality. How do you grow that? How do you do that? How do you do that? It's how do you do that? You don't even know how to do that. She telling you, no, you need to get a job and just work. And you like, nah, if I just close this deal, can you even hold me down while your mentor and coach will be able to talk to you about these things. If somebody asks you, Glenn, my wife she ain't feeling Glenn, we gotta close the deal. How many times you done been told that, Glenn?
Man, bro.
My wife ain't feeling it, man. I gotta do something. This is my last money. My wife said I can't spend no more money. Let me tell you something. I wish Duron Dimmock would tell me I can't. And I'm saying this live. My wife has no control over my money when it go into investing in me. She has no control.
Real
None.
stuff.
I spend her money on me.
Oh, listen, and listen, and very important point again. Very important point again. First of all, you got to have somebody that it at least has the mindset of understanding what it is that you're attempting to accomplish.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And don't mind if it requires investing the light bill money into making that happen. I'm speaking from experience, right?
Yes,
I'm
absolutely.
100.
Light bills or earnest money to close this deal.
Right.
Well, we're gonna live with your mama this week. We're gonna live with your mama this week.
There was a time we had to forfeit paying the light bill in order to be able to make some money. And I invested in something that caused us to be in a situation where we don't even know what the light bill is no more.
And let me tell you something, Glenn. I had a car. My wife was driving a car of mine, and I didn't pay it the way I was supposed to pay it. And it ended up getting repoed.
Yeah.
While she was at work. Man, let me tell y'all something. Y'all, that's why you young guys can't coach a mentor. Y'all ain't never been through that. But you ain't never had your wife come home from a car getting repoed, and you can't even get it back.
Right home.
What? Boy, you don't even want to go home. I ain't going home tonight, boy. But this real estate thing hard, boy.
The wife out driving the car that you ain't paid the payment on. Now she got to figure out how to get home.
Boy, what?
Yeah. You ain't been through that. You ain't been through nothing.
And she got it, and it happened at work. So all her girlfriends at work saw it happen.
That's look. At least Jody from Baby Boy would pick his girl up in the car.
In the car. Y'all like that's why you're not qualified. It's levels to this. You got to be qualified before you take somebody's life in your hand like that. You can't just be out here showing them real estate and just showing them stuff. And you got to be qualified. What I tell one of the young guys, hey, so what do you tell him outside of real estate? You just selling him. You telling him for $1,000 you gonna mentor him on real estate? Okay, cool. You gonna show him a couple systems and plans? Cool.
Yeah.
But you yourself have never even been through that. You don't even love real estate. It's a whole business. It's my wife. It's my kids. It's my dad. It's it's everybody. It's not just me. My kids have to sacrifice their Saturday because I'm doing training.
So listen, you just said something else, bro. Just gave me something else to think about. Now, so think about it like this. You know, we gonna use it in the auto industry, right? What we do in like the auto industry. You got people that show up to work, all they gotta do is push buttons. They get paid hourly, they get paid the regular money. You know, they good because all they gotta do is push those buttons and make the machine go. But who do you call when that machine breaks down? The people with experience.
Exactly.
The people who can come in and take that machine apart and put it back together again to get it going to where all you got to do now is push the button. So for those people who you talked about, who, you know, if they was in high school 10 years ago, that's the push button generation. We to break the machine apart and put it back together.
Let me tell you, man, you said one of my partners, I watch him go through. He just bought a crib in Buckhead, 800,000 cash, put about 300,000 into it, cash. Before he did the when he bought it cash, I actually had sip and flip there a couple times. He's like, yeah, man, I ain't finna start a renovation soon, so just come through. You can have sip and flip here. Come, you know, it's in Buckhead. I just bought it. I'm gonna renovate it. Eventually, we're gonna live it. He owns another crib at the Atlantic. He has a penthouse at the Atlantic.
Yeah.
So, he has that, and whenever I need to figure out some stuff, y'all seen on my Instagram, I posted a picture where I was out smoking a cigar on the back balcony. What I was doing is I was actually at his house talking about the next moves. I said, look, I need to do what's the structure on me doing 1.5 million a month? What's the structure? How do I scale to that every month?
Right.
Break that down.
Right.
Because I seen you in Black Enterprise, you did 80 million in 5 years.
Wow.
You did 80 million. Wow. You're documented in Black Enterprise for doing 80 million in 5 years. How do I do 1.5 million in a month? Because you've seen it.
Right.
How much does that information cost, Glenn? He could have told me I need 100,000 for this information.
Yeah. Yeah. And knowing what I know about you, you would have gladly paid it because it would have been worth every penny.
Man, I put the payment plan again. Right now, I got the other 50 in 2 weeks. I would have did that.
Right.
You know what I did? He said, sit back, kick it. He put on Beyonce, the new Beyonce show that she got on Netflix or whatever. He put that on outside, poured me a drink. He took a couple phone calls, and he said, all right, let's do this. Let's break it down. And we sat there till about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and he said, if you're going to do this, this is what it's going to take. Where are you at right now? He said, he said, log into your bank account. Let me see your bank account right now. Let me check your history. Let me see what you've been spending money on. Because what you're spending money on would tell me, is your mindset even there for you to make 1.5 a month?
Right.
Your mindset spending money on this stuff. How you going to get to 1.5? You still spending money on this stuff.
Right. Right.
He had to go into my business account. He looked at that. He said, nah, let me see your personal account. I went into the personal account. Let him see the last 30 days bank statements. I'm glad he didn't say 60 days or 90 days. He might have saw some other stuff.
Right.
But none of y'all, they don't have mentors that do that to them.
Right.
Who's checking your bank statements? Y'all hiding stuff. Y'all hiding stuff from your family, from your wife. Is your mentor, let him check your bank statement so he can see the money you spending on bottles.
Wow.
Stupid. The money you spending on rims and cars. Stupid.
Wow.
Yeah, ain't nobody checking your bank statements, and you ain't got nobody checking your bank statements that's certified with receipts showing that they done made $80 million. I watched them take 500,000 turn into 80 million in 5 years.
Wow.
I watched it happen. The same builder that I swept the streets for free, I watched him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then guess what he did? He put me on to other guys. I tell people this question all the time. Murcielago, right? They cost $1.2 million.
Mm-hmm.
I got a chance to be with him, to be with his homeboy and hang out with them all day, to go see him buy Murcielago. One question, any of the young guys, who finances a Murcielago? What bank would finance a $1.2 million car? What bank? You don't get a bank to finance a Murcielago. They do that in-house. Got $1.2 million, you got credit due. You can finance that in-house. You put $200,000 down and you pay it off in 6 months. That's as far as the financing goes.
Right.
It go 5 years. I got receipts, Glenn. I can tell stuff, real stuff. Young boys don't know. They don't know that.
Boy. Hey, you kicking them in the teeth today, boy.
Matter of fact, Glenn, ask me who insures a $1.2 million car, because Geico don't do it.
Right.
State Farm don't do it. They don't insure $1.2 million cars.
Right.
No, they don't. That's how I know. Again, back to the young guys. You don't know this. That's why I'm not taking any shade from you. You don't know this stuff. So you can't mentor somebody on that because you've never done it. You don't even have a circle that has it.
Wow.
You can't speak on it. You can't mentor or coach somebody on making millions of dollars, and you ain't even got a person who literally has $1 million in the bank or a car that costs $1 million.
You know, listen, bro. Bruh, I want to just sit back and just listen, man, and let you do.
I mean, looking at him, maybe like get a coach and a mentor. So I'm looking at the guy. I'm like, asking for his bank statements. Let me see the day you made that 1.2 million. Let me see. I have bank statements where I can show you my mentors wiring me 250,000, 300. I got those. I got the statements. I got that. Tell them come see me.
Wow.
And I got the taxes I had to pay on it too. So tell them. But these guys, that's the kind of thing that bothers me, because it's not that I'm throwing shade on the younger generation. It's not that. But your Instagram gonna get you an instant checking. Your Instagram gonna get you checked instantly. Because if we pull real receipts out like Kenny Rushing, guys like that, we pull real, he on his 4th mansion. Yeah. Those are the people, those are the guys that he got receipts. This man got pictures of him and Puffy back in 97 and 2001 when he's trained Puffy on real estate. And don't come, y'all miss me with that Instagram stuff and miss me with that Facebook stuff, because I'm getting money over here off of real people. And I can make more than enough money off of real people and not be an Instagram phenomenon. So y'all keep going to these Instagram and keep going to these guys they giving away these Lamborghini trucks too.
All right, man. So listen, bro. You got a lot of gut punches going on.
678-748-7888. I'm in the streets. Come see me. If you got a problem, come see me. Don't DM me. Come see me. Duron, what about this? Duron, what about that? You too old. You ain't got it. You never had. Come see me. I promise you. I'm 50 Cent out here, y'all niggas. I promise. They can't tell me, Glenn. I mess them up every time with real facts. How you ask any of these gurus or ask them, when you go to buy a $1.2 million car, what bank finance? Glenn, it's maybe 2 banks in the world that will finance that.
Wow.
And they're gonna make you put up some assets for it.
That's something else, bro. Hey, listen. Hey, you coming forward, man.
Tell them, because I be sitting there, y'all be fueling me up. I be on Instagram looking at stuff like, boy, if you don't stop, man, go ahead on with that I'm a million plan. Go and get you a suit from the Men's Warehouse, get it tailored. Put your Instagram followers on there, track yourself doing a little rehab, and call yourself a mentor or a guru. You do that. Go ahead. You do that. Yeah, you do that. You go ahead and do that. But I'm gonna tell you, this cat over here, I'm versed with Instagram, I'm versed with Facebook, I'm versed with all that. I post every day, all day. I'm versed with all that. So I'm not an old cat who don't know what's going on.
Right. Yeah.
Come see me. I need a mentor, you need coaching, and you need it from people that have been through life experiences,
Real
life
stuff.
experiences. And
Real
there's different levels, Glenn. Everybody's not ready for the level that you and I operate on. Everybody may not be ready.
Listen, man, I look at a lot of this stuff, man, and I'm like, am I not showing enough? But I had to remember what a mentor once told me. One of my mentors told me. He said, first of all, if you know where all your money is coming from, you're not making enough. And if you have to show somebody else what your check is, even though they can't pay it,
boy,
even though they can't use it, what does that say about the person that you have to be? Because and no amount of money is going to talk about your integrity. No amount of money is going to talk about no matter what car you drive is going to talk about your reputation, and all that. So that's why I'm like, man, I'm kind of betwixt and between, because I gotta tell the people something.
They in love with the money, Glenn. They in love with the flash, because 20-year-olds are marketing to 20-year-olds. Let me ask you a question.
Wait, say that last part again. Say that last part again.
Marketing to 20-year-olds. That's what 40 years old trying to sign up with a 20-year-old to figure out some stuff. Let me tell you something again.
Oh,
check this out, Glenn. Name me. You go on Shark Tank. Go on Shark Tank. Name me one car that any one of them drive. What does Mark Cuban drive? You don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know. Man owns a team. You don't know.
Right.
You don't know, because he's not posting it.
Exactly. I
real estate.
You won't see the Louis Vuitton bag that he has. You won't see the,
Yeah. These cats out here want to be Tom Brady. 6 rings. Nigga, I'm Belichick. You know what I'm saying? You be Tom Brady with your 6 rings. Your ass still playing at 40. 43. You be that. I'm Belichick. No sleeves. Money good. I got more rings. I got jewelry. I'm legendary.
Whoa.
That's what they doing. They Tom Brady Instagram. I'm Belichick before Instagram.
Right.
After Instagram.
Real stuff, man. Real stuff. Hey, listen, that's why this is real life real estate investing.
TikTok.
So, man, listen, let's tell the folks, man, first of all, because I know some people that's watching that can resonate with what you're saying. You know what I mean? They can definitely relate with what you're saying. And it's very important. It's very important that people understand the different levels of what we do and how do you get to those points. And as a result of having mentorship and coaching. Right. You're not going to get that by yourself. We all can say self-made. I say I'm self-made because I made myself listen to the people who are doing what I want to do.
That's right. It. That's what self-made is listening.
Right.
Self-made is listening. It's not really you by yourself. It's you listening and executing. Shout out to John Stafford. Execute.
John Stafford. Yes, indeed. So tell the folks, how can folks get in contact with you, man, so they can know how to become a part of your world, and so they can actually know how to get the mentoring and coaching that you offer, and know that it ain't cheap. I want to make sure we have out there.
Guy, I'm telling you now, I'm not the $299 guy. I'm not the $199 guy. We do 10 clients a month. Our prices depending on which coach. We only got 2 coaching programs. One is 5,000. One is 10,000. And then it's only those 2 coaching programs. Everything outside of that is voided. And we one-on-one. We hands-on. We flying to the state.
Yeah.
We the young lady that came in from Dallas. I'm gonna fly out to Dallas. Probably meet with her. I got a flight to Florida in the morning. At 10 o'clock to go talk to my students down there. But 678-748-7888. That's a number that's on 24 hours. They can ask me any question for free, me and my team. Any free any free resources. Text that number anytime of night. 1 o'clock in the morning. Send a text, say, hey, what about this? And you'll get a response as soon as somebody wake up.
As soon as somebody wake up.
You'll get somebody talk. That number's on 24 hours because I told my team we are 24. We are Waffle House. We open 24 hours. So we got if I need to take a break, then I'll take a break. That don't mean you taking a break. So we give each other's breaks, but that number's on Twitter because we want to help the people. My success that I've had even over since the pandemic, which I've been doing the most training since the pandemic, it has come from giving information. We are giving the information.
Yeah.
I'm giving it away. You can have it. Anybody on this line, if you want it, text Glenn, text me.
Text me. Yeah, listen. I ain't gonna give you my number, but you can definitely because I got enough people. I got students calling my number on a regular basis anyway. But I want to shout out to one of the guys that I seen watching earlier. Shout out to Mario Robinson. Mario, what's up, man?
Is that Money Mario?
What's up? That's Mario Robinson. What's up, Mario?
Out of Carolina?
No. He's out of Georgia. He's out of Georgia. Hit me up, Mario. Let's do this.
Okay.
I just want to say, man, listen. First of all, I want to thank you again. I want to thank you again for taking the time out of your day to come on the show, man. And thank you again for doing what you always do, man. Keeping it 1,000.
1,000. I won't.
Keeping it 1,000, man. Because that's what we need, man.
They want to come see me. Come see me. You feel like I owe you something? Come see me. I don't care. Come see me. I'm out.
Yeah, for sure. So what's that number again? One more time.
678-748-7888. Text that number anytime. Reach out at any time, whatever it may be. If you want to learn real estate, I'm doing a free. So twice a month, Glenn, I'm doing a free field training. Only 10 people can come.
Okay.
Twice a month, a free field training. We're gonna. It's kind of playing off of my event, Sip and Flip, because we're gonna be sipping on a little something while we're doing field training.
Okay.
So that you come out for free and get a whole real estate budget going through, get all your questions answered, whatever it may be. And if you want to go forward with us, you can sign up with us. If not, cool. Because like I said, if the money is a problem for you, you probably gonna be a problem for us.
Shots fired again.
Yeah. Hot, like Kevin Hart time, hot. Pew, 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 pew.
Hey, brother, listen. Thank you for coming on the show, man. Thank you for doing what you do. Keep on pushing forward, man. Keep on doing what you do, man. You inspire me every time I talk to you. I'm motivated. I'm encouraged again. Listen, look, I'm gonna have to start shadowing you sometime now. Just to keep the edge on, if nothing else. But thank you for doing what you do, man.
Appreciate you. All love. The best show, Glenn. I appreciate your consistency. I just appreciate it, brother, and the whole team and everybody sticking together, man. We run the city. Don't come to my city too much. You run the city. This is what runs the city right here. If you ain't on this show, you don't run the city.
For sure. Appreciate you, brother. Listen. Shout out to Duron Dimmock, man. Y'all get in contact with him. He'll definitely help you out. Hit that line. He'll give you some great information. I know he knows what he's doing. I know he knows what he's talking about. So definitely reach out to him if you're looking to get some information. And so now let me ask you about the for the folks that are local, the Saturdays. Is that they hit that line to get in contact with you to check out
that line? That line is for everything. I got that line is for everything. You can send me pictures of houses. You can send me numbers on the deal to get answers for a deal. You can send me a whole deal on that I'm not a part of, and I'll give you my feedback and give you my advice on it.
Real stuff. Hey, it gets no better than that.
I got it for 70, put 30 into it. Here are the pictures. It's in this zip code, whatever, and we'll give you our advice on it, free of charge. We don't need no money for it, baby. Money good over here. Good.
Real stuff. All right, man. Y'all heard it here first. Hey, hit that line, and he'll definitely get you all in order. If you hit my line, it might be a different story. But I'm gonna have to point you to the page, so you have to pay the invoice. But anyway, it's what it is. Hey, listen, I got a 4-year-old, and he'll live on thank you. But anyway, just keeping it real. This is a real life real estate investing show.
Absolutely. You know what, Glenn? I'm gonna throw this in real quick too. They won't even invest in themselves to learn how to make more money, so they can put their kids on a monthly payroll for saving.
And man, listen, bruh, tell the folks the value in that.
I got my son, my 7-year. I guarantee you, and this ain't bragging. And if you feel like it's bragging, you probably in your feelings. You probably feel some type of way. That's cool. I'm cool with that. I'm not making it for anybody that feels like bragging. Like I don't really care. So my 7-year-old has a green light card. It's attached to my bank account. I have money that goes into his account every first of the month from me and his mom. he has commas. He's gonna have commas in his account before he's set. Like he has money in his account, and he gets to spend. Now, what's trippy is, as his money grows, he gets to spend more.
Right.
So he gets to spend 25% of whatever's in his account whenever he gets to buy something.
Wow. Wow.
He gets to spend. So as the money grows, his 25% grows. To now, he can afford to buy himself a dirt bike for $700.
Real stuff. Real stuff.
Y'all got to get your mind right. Get your mind wrapped around this. Y'all on the wrong side of the table.
That right there is at least $5,000 worth of information right there.
Man, send them an invoice. Everybody agree to that. Get that. Send them an invoice.
Hey, listen. While I'm on here, man, we talk about invoices. I want y'all folks that are watching. Those of y'all that watch this show on a regular basis. I've actually come to the point of understanding that I need to be asking for some people to support this show. And if the Cash App is in the comments below or above, whatever it is. Cash App, Real Life Real Estate. Cash App's, $5, $10. Let us know that y'all appreciate the information that we share on this show. I had a little bit of issue. I got to keep it real. I had a little bit of issue about asking for that, but I had to realize the value that we bring to the people on this show. Somebody said, closed mouths don't get fed. So if you guys appreciate the information that we share on the show, don't forget Cash App, Real Life Real Estate. And definitely be looking for this show to be on all of your podcasts. Check it out on YouTube. You can listen to it over and over again. Brother Ron dropped some diamonds in this joint today. So make sure you all go back and listen to this information and reach out to him and get that information that he's sharing with y'all. Any parting words that you want to leave with the folks, man, before we jump off?
Stop watching and start doing. Stop listening.
I think you're breaking up. I think you're breaking up a little bit. I got what you
stuff like that. You got me? You got me now?
Okay, you back on. You back on. You said stop watching and start doing.
Yeah, stop living. Living is something that we do every day.
Yeah.
You want to live every day. Be able to date your wife every day, man. Be able to date your kids every day. Own your time. Those days when you don't feel like doing anything, be able to go home and take a nap and sleep until your mind is right, until your body is right.
Right.
Be able to do that. So too many of y'all are working jobs that when your body is naturally stressed, you can't even sleep right. You can't even go to sleep and let it rest.
Wow.
Own your time so you can do that. So you can take a nap. So you can get a quickie during the daytime.
Tell them what a quickie is. Tell them what a quickie is.
Man, that's where you text your wife and say, "Hey, I'm paying you for the day right now. You belong to me." How much was you gonna make today? $250? I just cashed out $250 for the day. You belong to me today.
Boy, you crazy.
You belong to me today. Now get over here. Turn that car around. Get that coffee and get on back in this bed.
For sure. Hey, listen, man, we gonna get on out of here. Y'all, listen, thank you again for being on the show today, man. Listen, hey, for those of y'all that are watching and are still with us, go ahead and share this on your Facebook. Go ahead and hit the like button. And don't forget to hit that Cash App, Real Life Real Estate. Real Life Real Estate.
Glenn, I got you. As soon as I stop driving, I got you. I'm sending you something.
That's what's up. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Listen, a little bit of work goes into doing this, man. And, we invest in doing this. So, now we just asking, just show a little love. It ain't got to be 3,000. We'll take 300.
I would challenge people to have a topic that you want Glenn to really break down and really discuss. What is an affordable amount? $20? Send $20 for an hour of training. It's training. It's all training.
Definitely.
Yeah, send a topic. This is gonna be the topic. You can come in and send you what is it worth for you to learn about that topic? Foreclosures, tax liens. I got a house that pay for that. And what you're doing is you're contributing to the training that you need to get ahead in this real estate market or this business.
Absolutely.
So if I know somebody I could pay $20 to, hey Glenn, can I take you out to lunch, man? Pay for your lunch for an hour. Can I get your time for an hour? I would have got a job just to pay for training.
Right, man, bruh, real stuff.
Me and John Stafford talk about it. We would have did We would have did Uber just to do real estate. Just to I wish they would have had Uber back then.
Man, bro,
What?
look, I wish they did. Look, listen, because back then I was starving trying to do real estate.
What? I can get paid at the end of the week. I can go
and
look at
and
houses. I'm all over the city. And I'm meeting people in my car.
For sure. Look, you might have your first investor get in your car.
Man, what? Everybody get in the car. Hey, how you doing? I'm Duron Dimmock. I do Uber and real estate. How are you?
Right. Every time. Look, I'm gonna have some signs hanging up on the seats in the back when you get in, so you can see who I am.
Oh, every time somebody get in the car, they're gonna sit on plans. Oh, just move though. That's a house I'm building.
Right.
I didn't mean to have that right there. My bad.
We gonna get out of here, bro. Listen, thanks again, man. Listen, this has been the Real Life Real Estate Investing Show, where we talk about real life real estate situations, where we bring you real life real estate solutions. Shout out to Ron Dimmock one more time, man. Thank you for joining us. Look forward to seeing y'all next week. And Ron, we're gonna do this again, man. Real soon.
We got to do it, man. We got to do it. I'll tell you, Glenn, we got to do it. However you want to do it, Glenn, I'm faithful to it, man. Like
man, listen, I'm gonna hit you with a little more notice next time, so
yeah.
so we can definitely prepare.
Yeah, let me know.
But I appreciate you jumping on, though, man.
Yep, absolutely. One love, man. Y'all be safe out there.
All right, brother. Talk to you, man.